Hey planner peeps and fellow stationery enthusiasts. It is time for another intention box unboxing. So this is the February contents from the intention box. And what did I want to say? I wanted to say something before getting started, but I can't remember what it is. So we're just going to rock and roll with what we have here. All right, so I'm going to save this for last because of the shininess and everything. And I'm hoping that this lighting is okay. I am trying to just do natural lighting completely. Okay, so maybe this is what it is. Yeah. So there's a noted change between the January box and the February box. So last month we received this label on the outside of our box, and I intentionally am not already take the stuff out of the box because I just don't like the idea of my desktop getting the remnants of whatever my box has been through to get to me. So this sticker right here, it contains the contents of what is in here. So I am going to try and be diligent about getting into it so that way I can refer to it, and hopefully for the duration of this unboxing I will say stuff, call stuff what it is actually named. I don't know how. I'm going to leave that there and just slide everything out. And I am busting up the bag, but whew, that is okay with me because I repurpose it. I know why it's doing this. It's because of the size of what I received this month. Okay, my apologies for all that loud noise. So I am going to get started with the smaller pieces first and then work my way up. So here we go. All right, so let's start. I'm gonna put that right there. Let's start with our nice monthly vellum card that we are getting for 2026. So where do I want to put this? I put this on my calendar. Hopefully I'll remember that I put it over there. So this is the journaling card, which is a little bit different because this is actually cardstock, not cardstock, the typical cardstock. This is a vellum. So to me, it feels like it is the same. No, actually it's a little bit thinner than the monthly vellum card, which is totally fine. You know what? I did not realize that this has some very interesting printing on it in like the background. I don't know if this lighting is working or not. Let me see. I think that's too much. So we'll try to keep with the natural lighting, but unfortunately I can't get in here and really show you, but this is very reminiscent of the book cloth bookmark that we received. I believe it was the November 2025 intention box, and on the side here it says a unique moment of resonance in a world of noise, shared memory. So the way that they were using this in their social media is taking this tape and using it to attach to something. And I actually like the idea of that. That's actually something a little bit different than what we typically see. And I'll try to make it look like it's brand new instead of normally how I just rip stuff. There we go. So what they've been doing is just like using the tape and then adhering it somewhere. So I like this. This is different. I'm going to figure out how to use this in my planners. And this particular tape, let's see. It's the color concrete and it's called label tape. So I think you can use this in a variety of ways. There has been discussion about, can you write on it? And I think there are very specific types of pens and markers you can use to make sure that it's no smearing and it actually dries. let me get the pen or the marker from the November intention box or maybe December intention box and see if I can show you what I know should work. So I may have misspoken. I think this may have come in the, I don't know, it was December or January box. So this uni pen, which the spelling of it, the only thing that's on here that's English is uni, and then this P, this I, this looks like maybe another I, and then S. So apparently this works. I'm just going to do a quick little test to see. I saw Aisha say that it works on here, so I'm going to leave it to dry for a little bit and then come back and see if it happens to smear. But I did test it out. Okay, so full disclosure, I bought 2 boxes this month. I have a CP Petite size and a half letter size, which I'm going through the half letter size. And I already opened up the contents of my CP Petite box and I started playing around with some of the stuff. So there's that. All right, so then we have our photo slide card for the month, and this one is with the theme of the cassettes, and I can't remember the tagline for it, so we'll see it once I open it up. It is what replays. So this is the photo slide for this month. I like it. It has the old school cassette tape here, and then it looks like a road signifying maybe like a road trip or something like that. I think that's kind of cool. And let's see. The inspiration is a cassette tape. The 2026 intention box honors the past while designing for the future. Each collection reimagines a nostalgic object through a modern lens, encouraging you to evolve with purpose. Collect each monthly photo slide as a marker of growth and a tactile reminder that your process is always in motion. So it sounds like this is a standard write-up of what these cards or these photo slides are intended to be. So that is my first and last time reading that. And then we have, let's see, I'm actually going to get into this with my scissors. It's just easier and it's less me wrangling with the packaging. Hopefully I don't cut my stuff. So our first set of stickers are spotlight stickers, and the design on them, if I remember correctly, it's a play on what you do with a cassette tape. So I'm just going to slide one out. And I know it's upside down for right now. So this is high gloss. Yeah, it's high gloss. And what we have here are some small, medium, and larges. Let's see how many we get. It's the typical 96 count. You get 40 small, 32 medium, and 24 large. And across each of them, you have the word repeat, start, record, stop. So yeah, for each size, you get one of those sayings, and then you have some that are blank. And as you can see, as I tilt the sticker, you can kind of catch the glossiness. There you go. So hopefully, like I said, I know that this natural light, it's sunny outside, but it's not coming in through very, very well, but I think it'll be okay for the purpose of demonstrating what we're getting. And then this one, I thought this design was so cool and unique. So we have some sound waves. I don't know what they call it. That's what I'm going to call it. How do I want to get in here? Maybe I'll just open this one because it's not giving me much. And you may be curious as to why I cut a little slit into it. I just find it easier to get into it sometimes. Here we go. I might need this in the background. Do I have anything? I did a little bit of reorganizing recently. Here we go. All right, so we have wave form. So these are just stickers you can use to, you know, no different than like the bar stickers I consider. Oh, that's what they are. They're bar stickers. So you can use this similar to how if you already have stickers like this with your bar. I mean, you can see it a little bit more with the white portion. Let me try this specifically for the cream color so you can see this a little bit better. But yeah, here we go. That is the white. So it's kind of like a inverted style for black and cream. So I like those. Where did I put the rest of them? I don't know, but I will find it later. All right. And then we have the trackless sticky notes. So I did not get into this last night upon receiving my packages. And this, when I saw it in person, I was like, oh my gosh, it came flooding back to me, the style of this. When you got a cassette tape, like a blank cassette tape, you could make your own mixtapes. And you had an A side and a B side. And so you had this little paper in here where you could write down the songs that you put on the A side and then the songs that you put on the B side. So I thought this was so unique. I got it when I saw it in person because of course I saw the description of it, but I don't know, it just wasn't registering to me via pictures online and maybe even video. I don't know if I saw it in a video. What I'm trying to do typically with these sticky notes, they have a curl in it and I use that little tool to kind of combat that, and I think I was successful. So if I lay it down on something, it's not going to curl back up. So that is the whole point of me using that little tool to peel up my sticky note. So I like this. It has kind of like it's matte for sure, but it's a little bit of a sheeny feel to it as well. So it's not as dry. It's a little bit, like I said, it's not a shiny sheen, but it's slick. It has like a little bit of a slickness to it. So just be careful about what writing utensils you may use. And speaking of writing utensils, let's get into what we got for this month. So I did experiment with these already. So let me see how it works using this. So we have the G Meow dual tip stamp marker. So you can do a stamp and you can do lines with it. So I was really excited about this, but when I used it in my analog weekly notebook, it didn't perform the way that I expected. So I'm going to see how it does on this sticky note right here. Yeah, so what I want to bring to your attention is that the pooling of the liquid, and it could be how I'm using it, I don't know, but it's concentrated in the top corner of where you stamp. So maybe if I try to do it, let me see if I can do a different. I'm trying to do the pressure the same across the board. So let me see if it does. Oh, I made that worse. I was trying to do more concentration maybe on the bottom left corner, but I don't know, it didn't work out for me. So I'm trying one more time. So yeah, the liquid, it pools up in the top right corner. I will say it's not that big of a deal to me. I actually think it's kind of cool that it's not perfect. And I'm trying to remember back in the videos where I've seen some of the people from Cloth and Paper use it. I don't think theirs end up looking like this. So it just could be, you have to get used to how it's used. But I will do a demo. Oh, okay. So I didn't expect for what side is this? The other side to be that small. Okay. Because I was like, oh no. I like to be able to put stuff, if it's a cap, I like to adhere it so I don't run the risk of losing it, but it doesn't appear I can do that. So let's try. I don't know why I'm writing so weird, like I can't write. But that's how it writes. It is pretty decent. I don't know what tip size this is, but if it writes like a marker, it feels like a marker. So I would be very particular about what I use this particular dual tip stamp marker for. And then we have the Faber-Castell in 0.5. It is a black ink. And instead of using my nails, I'm just going to use a little special utensil to get that red off. And let's see. Okay, so it may need to be warmed up, but it skipped some. So when I use the one, okay, that one didn't skip. That testing piece didn't skip. When I used it last night, it worked just fine without any skips. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it's like my favorite pen. I love the way that it looks. It looks cool because you can see through. It has a nice little comfort grip here for you. I even like the way this looks. It kind of reminds me of a cool looking mechanical pen, but time will tell if I actually end up liking this or using it, at pretty much picking it up because I want to use it. All right, so as we get further into it, we have these, what do they call this? Closure bands. I said I was gonna look at that label, but I've just been looking at what the packaging says. So this is to help enclose your notebooks, your stack of notebooks. So I experimented with it earlier. I will say this is my first time receiving this. I know that they included it as an item in, I believe it was the May 2025 intention box, and I wasn't a subscriber then, and I never was pulled in the direction for, I didn't necessarily want one. So it was cool to get it, have an opportunity to get it again. But I found in my demo, so I'm going to grab the one that I opened from the CP Petite box. I wasn't that big of a fan of it. I'm not that big of a fan of it, I should say. So let me try to get something that may change my mind. I am looking for my notebook. So obviously this is not a CP Petite. This might be too big. Let's see. So this is CP Petite size, and then this is a Walmart notebook, and the dimensions are 6 inches by 8.26. So the idea is that, well, not obviously, you can use this band to keep all of your notebooks together if you are on the go, or if you just want a nice little aesthetic situation, if that's what you're into when it comes to this. And okay, so for me, what I found to be problematic that I'm not seeing right now is the pull on the outer edges of the notebook. So let me show you what I did experiment with first. Have to move some stuff out of the way. And pardon me because I already slipped my photo slide into my HP Classic, my Classic HP. So this is the Classic Analog Weekly, and I actually use this, and I think I may have used this notebook with the white band though, not the black one. And when I did it, which I'm not going to do it again, I found that, let's see if I can get it like this, it was pulling my vinyl covering, like it was pinching it. And I did not like that look. And although I won't be storing it like that, I just don't like the idea of it putting a dent in my vinyl covering over time. Because yeah, I might not store it like that, but what if I'm traveling somewhere and it might take, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes? Then I just feel like it may, in that quick 20 or 30 minutes, put a little bit of a dent in it that I don't like. So for right now, I do not plan on using these bands. as a way to secure my notebooks. So that's just my own little personal experience with it. And to be honest, I mean, anyone can share their thoughts on, proper usage for it, but I'm not clamoring to actually use it. So, all right. So then let me see. I want to open these up and I want to do a size comparison, although people are pretty sure they are familiar with, I did that wrong, with the sizing. Like, for the most part, unless you are just randomly stumbling across a video like this for the first time, you kind of know what a half letter size is. So I don't want to assume anything. Actually, the inserts I'm not going to be concerned about. So let me do this. Should have had some music for the interlude. Okay. Which way does it go? I think that's the way that it goes. Okay. So here we have two, are we calling this a dashboard? What is this? Okay, they're both dashboards. One is a vellum, and so we have the CP Petite size, which is 6 discs, uses it, and this is upside down, there we go, oh my gosh. And then half letter, which is 8 discs. And what does this say on the side? I don't want to read everything. So this is just talking about personal routines and changing your routines and what effect it has on you. So that's the A side. And then this looks like this is mimicking like a track list. So if you think back to this little doohickey right here, this is mimicking what it would look like, on your cassette, your tracks here, your songs. And then on the front, I can't really make out this image. I haven't watched any other unboxings, but if someone is able to make this out, they are outstanding and amazing, but I can't make it out, and I'm not going to fuss with that. Well, I did take it out. So then the other dashboard, let's see how this looks. And I feel like I can find another dashboard that will pair well with this. So this is supposed to mimic, and you can't really see it, but this is supposed to mimic a cassette. So like the two little spools, I don't even know if that's what you call it, where the tape wraps around on a cassette. And then, then you have a card stock that gives you the quintessential CP direction. Is that the word I want to say? About the whole purpose behind, or inspiration behind, the box. And then of course you have the back covering. So that is the half letter size. This is the CP Petite size. And the inserts. Did I go through? Yeah, I went through the tape. So I'll just do CP Petite since it's smaller. All right, and then I have to do my top 3 because sometimes I feel like I'm going to forget that. So we have the Daily Essentials inserts. You get 32 pages, and let's take a look at what you can write down. So you can write down any affirmations you may have, priorities, what you want to get done. They have a little line over here, I guess maybe to check off what you get done, or to make a little bullet list, what you may want to get done based on a time schedule, any general notes, and then what you need to focus on for tomorrow. So this might actually work intermittently for whatever it is that I do. I find that I may not be I don't want to say stickler, but consistent with what I use on a day-to-day basis outside of work. I think I'm pretty much set in inserts that I use for work. So I like the vertical columns to use to jot down what actually happened, any meetings that I may have had, and maybe key items that key to do items that I need to take care of. So that structure, which is very limited in structure, that seems to work well for me. But I wouldn't mind incorporating one of these on occasion, just to kind of give me a little bit. Maybe I need to go a little bit more in depth with what I need to focus on, or what came out of meetings. So I am at the point in the video where I've gone through everything, and now I need to make a decision about, based on what I got in the box. Yeah, that all goes together. I'm just going to use CP Petite size. Based on what I got in the box, what is speaking to me in particular for this month? So I'm just going to lay out everything. Oh, got to check back on this. Okay, so just a reminder, what did I do with that pen? Here it is. This marker, this uni marker, it works pretty well on here. It's you can kind of, well, maybe you can't see it. I can see it in real life where it's not solid, but that's okay. So that works. Either way, that works. So that's pretty cool. Take this out. That was not from this sub box. The photo slide, the cute wave form stickers, the cute. Come on. Oh, I forgot to go through the organizer. I'll do that. That is this. And of course, I don't want to cover that up. The monthly, I don't even know if that's in frame. Okay. And I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. And if I am, which I'm more than likely I am, oh, the bands. I was going to say I'll just include it or make a note of it on the side or something like that. That's still not. Okay. All right. And then the last thing, which I already have one outside of its case, the plastic wrapping. Ooh. Is this organizer. So this is a TN Traveler's Notebook size organizer, and what they had suggested you can do is slide your stickers in here. So one thing to note, this is top loading, and I have a sticker organization system currently. And okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it. This is not my preferred method for storing stickers, and simply because it just, I don't know, it may be because I have nails, I don't know what it is, but the time it takes for me to open the slit to slide it in, I don't know. My current sticker organization works for me. I have the opening is actually on the inside against the spine, and it might be the material too, because it's kind of like a matte vinyl material, which it feels really, really nice. But I feel like it just takes longer than what it needs to compared to what I currently use right now. So this is, I believe this is the last item that we received in the intention box for February. So let me see if I can slide this down right here. So out of the items that we did receive, I will say that my favorite, my top three, I thought this was going to be harder than what it really is for me, but I will go with this journaling card because I didn't expect these letters in the background, and I just like the way it looks. It's kind of cool. I like this journaling card. I'm gonna combine the stickers, although this is my preferred set of stickers, the wave form. I like the stickers. So we're 2 and 2 for stickers, the design of the stickers so far. And then, I'm going to go with the notepad. I'm going to say that the journaling card, the stickers, and the notepad are my 3 favorite upon receiving, because I thought that the pens would be my favorite. I thought I was going to enjoy the organizer a little bit better, but you know what? It's all good. So anyhow, that is my little recap of what I received in the month of February, and I hope you join me for the next one. So until then, I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening when you tune into this. Thanks, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
Eyes bloodshot and I'm faded now. I try calling to persuade you how I'm a change man with a new plan, making moves, making big moves like I rule the whole damn galaxy. So tell me, are you starry-eyed? If you